The toppling of Saddam Hussein created political and economic chasms in Iraq. It also led to a wave of sectarian bloodshed. In 2003, the Bush administration decided to disband the Iraqi army. That put at least 250,000 Iraqi men out of work overnight. Armed, military-trained men, many of them angry and humiliated. The post-Hussein Iraq became a breeding ground for militant groups. Groups like Al-Qaeda in Iraq, the forerunner of Daesh. The US enforced a power-sharing agreement between Shia and Sunni Arabs, as well as the Kurds, and that only made divisions worse. Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki's government failed to deliver on its promises to improve lives and was dogged by corruption allegations. Maliki imposed sectarian policies to consolidate his power, alienating and galvanising Iraq's Sunni population against him. It raised concerns Iraq would descend into widespread Shia-Sunni violence. And it was fertile ground for what would later become Daesh to make its move. In 2013, the terror group began its assault. Maliki's government and forces were caught off guard. In June 2014, Daesh took Iraq's second biggest city, Mosul, declaring a cross-border state that they described as based on Islamic law. Pressure grew from the US for Maliki to step down and for Iraq to form a more inclusive government to try and resolve the security crisis. The rise of Daesh has led to the terrain of Iraq being carved up along distinct battle lines. The Iraqi security forces are backed by Iranian-supported Shia militias. Together they control most of the southeast, including the capital Baghdad. They also control this area further north, with a heavy presence of Iraqi Shia militants. The north is generally split between two Kurdish groups, the PUK Peshmerga and the KDP Peshmerga. Daesh still controls large parts of the northwest, but it has been losing ground. In December, Iraqi forces took back the strategic town of Ramadi. It's being seen as a potential turning point in the fight against Daesh. But the sectarian divide playing out in Iraq typifies other conflicts in the region, including Yemen and Syria, the allies of Iran and Saudi Arabia fighting each other. Defeating forces like Daesh isn't likely to end the violence for Iraq and its neighbours. Unless truly inclusive, stable governments can be formed, the cycle of sectarian violence is likely to continue. Yvette McCullough, The Newsmakers.